It's an unsettling thought, but the undeniable truth is that there are individuals in the world who, for reasons that can feel baffling and deeply troubling, appear to derive a strange kind of satisfaction or pleasure from causing harm or distress to others. Welcome to today's video, friends. We are diving into a topic that is as fascinating as it is chilling, a subject that can leave you both intrigued and uneasy. We will be exploring the telltale signs that you might be dealing with an evil person, someone whose behavior may be causing you concern or even fear. Perhaps you've had the unfortunate experience of encountering such people in your own life, or maybe you're currently worried about someone close to you who is exhibiting troubling behaviors that you can't quite ignore. Either way, this is an essential topic that warrants attention and understanding because it could help you protect your emotional and mental well-being. Before we dive into the details, I want to let you in on something exciting. There's a special bonus section coming up later in this video. In it, I'll be sharing a practical and effective method for setting boundaries when dealing with someone who fits the description of an evil person. Trust me, you won't want to miss this valuable information, so be sure to stick with me all the way to the end. Welcome to Maxi Trophy. This is your go-to channel for insightful discussions on Stoicism, love and relationships, dating advice for both men and women, self-development, and so much more. We're here to empower you with knowledge and tools to navigate the complexities of life. So, without further ado, let's jump right into today's topic. When we discuss the concept of evil people, it's important to clarify that we're not just talking about individuals with difficult personalities or those who are unpleasant to be around. No, we're referring to people who seem to go out of their way to inflict harm on others. Individuals who appear to lack empathy and have no qualms about manipulating those around them to suit their own selfish ends. So, what are some clear and unmistakable signs that you might be dealing with an evil person? One significant sign is that these individuals often appear charming and charismatic when you first meet them. They might seem genuinely interested in your life and give off an air of friendliness or even warmth. However, as time passes, you might begin to notice a troubling pattern. They are only interested in you to the extent that you can serve their needs or provide them with something they desire. Eventually, they might start belittling or criticizing you in subtle or overt ways. Imagine this scenario. You meet someone at a social gathering who instantly becomes the life of the party. They're making everyone laugh, telling engaging stories, and showing a keen interest in you, asking questions and appearing deeply attentive. At first, you might feel lucky to have met someone so vibrant and fun. But over time, the cracks begin to show. You might notice that they dominate conversations, interrupt you, or even put you down in front of others, all while maintaining that same charming demeanor. They might quickly become irritated or even aggressive if things don't go their way. This type of behavior is a classic example of someone who might seem charismatic and approachable at first, but turns out to be far more toxic than they initially appeared. If you find yourself in this kind of situation, it's essential to trust your instincts. If something about their behavior feels off or inconsistent, it's a warning sign worth heeding. Not everyone who seems charming and engaging has good intentions at heart. Another major red flag to watch out for is a lack of empathy. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. It's what allows us to connect on a deeper level and build meaningful relationships. When someone lacks empathy, they simply don't care how their actions or words impact those around them. People who lack empathy often engage in behavior that seems cruel, thoughtless, or even downright malicious, all without showing any remorse or guilt. This lack of concern for others can be particularly harmful when it extends beyond personal relationships and starts affecting larger groups of people. For instance, imagine you're working under a boss who has little regard for their employees' well-being. They might insist on excessively long hours without offering proper compensation, dismiss your legitimate requests for time off, or openly criticize you in front of colleagues. This kind of toxic behavior doesn't just harm individuals, it creates an environment of stress and dissatisfaction for everyone involved. If you notice that someone in your life shows no concern for your feelings, or the feelings of anyone else, it's worth questioning whether you want to keep them in your circle. Let's talk about manipulation. People with malicious intentions often excel at using manipulative tactics to get what they want, regardless of the consequences for others. Manipulation can take many forms, from lying and gaslighting to guilt-tripping and more subtle forms of psychological control. Have you ever had a friend who always seems to get their way? Perhaps they know exactly how to phrase things to make you feel compelled to do what they want. Or they guilt-trip you when you don't fall in line with their plans. This kind of behavior is a prime example of manipulation. To be clear, not all forms of manipulation are inherently evil. For instance, a parent might persuade their child to eat their vegetables by promising dessert as a reward. While that's technically manipulation, it's done with good intentions. The problem arises when manipulation is used as a tool to control or harm others. Evil people also tend to exhibit extreme controlling behavior. Everyone has preferences. Perhaps a friend always wants to pick the restaurant, or a family member insists on celebrating holidays in a certain way. But when someone takes control to an extreme level, it becomes toxic. They might try to dictate every aspect of your life, from your social interactions to your personal choices, and use threats or intimidation to enforce their will. Finally, let's not forget about pathological lying. Individuals who are consistently deceitful often do so to manipulate, avoid accountability, or hide their true intentions. If someone's words don't align with their actions, it's a glaring red flag. For the bonus tip you've been waiting for, I'll share one crucial strategy. Set clear boundaries and stand firm. Communicate assertively and don't allow them to manipulate or guilt-trip you into compromising your well-being. Did you find this discussion helpful? If so, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more content designed to empower and inspire you. See you next time.